With the box jump, we tend to see people, one, they get a mental block with the box. So if you do find yourself, you cannot literally get onto the box, i.e. we do this, we go to line up for it, we just stop, oh god. There's certain ways we can get around this, okay? You can literally start building up plates. Start building up anything from a slower platform up to the platform you need to be on. And when you're building up on these platforms, just follow the same basic principles we're going to teach in this session today, okay? And eventually, I'm hoping your confidence will just grow and you'll be able to hit this box. But it's just a bit of mind over matter if you find yourself in that position. But what we're going to look for in the box jump, a lot of people will jump very heavy on the box, okay? So what we'll see is people will load up the quads, they'll jump and they'll land heavy into a squat position on the box like so. Okay, stop there. One, this is a very bad position to land in. He landed very quad dominant, he's actually corrected himself, but his heels were slightly off the box as well. Now this puts a lot of tension in the Achilles tendons, okay? And we saw it in the game this year, where, who was it?
Fouché.
Yeah, Fouché, yeah, she actually damaged her Achilles tendon and she couldn't carry on with the regional. She did in a class for one of the events, which was awesome, but she could not go through to the game because of this reason. So it happens to even the most elite athletes. So make sure if you land with your heels on the box. Also, when you're coming down, this is a bit of a touchy subject and one which there's no right or wrong answer, it's just down to you. But if you want to step down because of this reason, that's absolutely fine. If you feel you can jump down, okay, to just do one jump down, and then jump down for us, and then go into the next rep, that's also fine, but just be wary, that does also put a lot of attention on the Achilles tendons. So if you do feel that you've got tight Achilles tendons or you've got weak ankles, that's probably not the best thing to be doing. I'd rather you step down in that position. When Chris sets up for his box jump, he's going to jump, and when he goes to initiate his jump, he's going to load up those hamstrings and glutes. So now, we've got tension everywhere in here, okay? And what he's going to do is he's going to fire himself up and off onto that box, and he's going to try and almost float onto that box and have a nice light landing. The less impact we have here, the more energy we can serve for our reps. It's very energy sapping by spacing yourself in that box the whole time. You're dispensing a lot of wasted energy, okay? So, just do a nice light box jump for us, Chris. Perfect. When he finishes his rep, he comes to full extension, and again, if we're in competitions, guys, you need to make sure that we're saying full hip and knee extension before we come down for our next rep. So Chris is now going to come down, he's going to do a couple of box jumps for us. Good. And relax it. If we, well, that's a terrible rep, by the way.
What was that?
Good rep. Perfect.
Redeemed.
We have got other variants of this movement, so if we wanted to do a burpee box jump, for example, we're going to continue with the burpee like we just touched on. I'm not going to touch too much on the burpee at all because I've covered that in the burpee tutorial. But Chris will do a burpee behind the box. He will then finish his burpee and execute the same box jump we just did. Very tiring movement, very energy sapping, but if we remain consistent in our burpee, as taught in the previous burpee sessions, and remain consistent in nice and light enough jump as we did in this session, you will make this a lot easier for yourself. If we do burpee box jump over, this is another variant of the burpee box jump, you may not have to stand to full extension, but the most common rule we see is 2 feet take off, 2 feet land on the box, and then 2 feet land on the other side. But you'll see that Chris will not have to come to full extension on that box. So just demonstrate that coming back and over, Chris. Not burpee box jumps, dude. Just the box jump over. Yeah, just the box jump over. Yeah.
Boing, boing.
Perfect. Okay, and if you face the camera and does that for us, so what we'll see, just stopping the landing there. Chris lands on the box, 2 feet on the box, nice and light, but he's still in a partial squat position, but for this movement that is fine, because he hasn't got to come to full extension on this rep. Okay? So what we've got there, guys, is 3 variants of a box jump and the way we utilise them in our workouts with the burpee box jump and box jump overs. That is the box jump.